Hi, Tyra Butler, licensed marriage and family therapist. And when I work with individual adults, um, whether that is because they're coming in and maybe having seen a previous therapist or done a different type of therapy, whether it was couples or a specific modality, and they're finding me because they want more. They want a different perspective. They want a different experience with therapy, and that's where I can step in if you invite me, into your life therapeutically. I love working with adults. I seek to understand and really hear both what you're telling me and also what you're not telling me in terms of reading between the lines, or what kind of is our subconscious that speaks as well. And I work from a holistic perspective, meaning mind, body, soul, spirit, because there's a strong mind body connection in what we now know about how life events, difficulties in our lives affect us. And so that's why I love working in person with people, although we also do telehealth or video sessions. And sometimes that can be very convenient as well. And some people can really delve deep and become more vulnerable that way. And at the same time, I love the in person because it's, human to human interaction, and I can really get to know you by looking at your whole body's communication. We communicate a lot non-verbally, and yeah, so in getting to know you, I listen to everything that is being communicated, even, behavior. All our behavior is communication, and we know that a lot about children, and that's also true with adults. And often adults seek me out when they have felt stuck in a particular area of their life or overwhelmed and feeling unable to really deal with or cope with certain aspects of life. They may have a lot of other areas of their life put together and working just fine. A lot of successful adults, career wise, work wise, family wise, but other areas might feel like they're suffering or struggling. And so I work from a client-centered point of view or approach, which is, looking at you, getting to know you non-judgmentally, with an unconditional positive regard, seeing you through the eyes of what is inherently valuable in you as a person. So I look at your strengths too, and just who you are as a human, and offer understanding and compassion, no judgment, and offer empathy. So there's really kind of like an empathic inquiry that starts to happen as I seek to understand, and as you share with me everything you want me to know about yourself and your life situation that led you to find a therapist to see. I start with the beginnings of understanding from a non-judgmental point of view. And then as we get to know each other more, and as you begin to feel more comfortable, we might begin to unpack some other areas of life that might be a little more vulnerable and difficult to talk about. And so I also sometimes, if people are wanting it or seeking that, I sometimes integrate EMDR and or internal family systems therapy, otherwise known as IFS. So those two modalities work well together, especially for us adults, because it starts to get at the heart or the root of kind of what makes us tick, and those areas that, by giving some attention to, bring real relief and alleviation, both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, It's really amazing how those two modalities can work well together. But there's no, pressure to go in that direction at all. And we can stay in what's called a client centered, typical kind of talk therapy where you can talk through and process life. Because what we know in the research says that those of us that have a coherent narrative of our life story develop what's called secure attachment. And we can go from, levels of insecurity or insecure attachment to earning security and becoming more and more secure in ourselves as we make sense of our life from, early on in life to our adulthood and our adulthood relationships, and really come to terms with who we are as a person, and grow into the person that we want to be, um, less bothered, less triggered by certain life circumstances that just affect all of us. So thank you. I look forward to working with you. Please reach out at my number or my email.